Hi everyone, Rick from Northamber here, the firewall guy. Today we're talking WatchGuard and we're going back to basics with some of the security services, specifically WebBlocker. Now this is one of those services that's been around for years with the WatchGuard product range, but did you know there have been some subtle improvements that have made their way into the service recently? So if you're new to WatchGuard or just want a little refresher on a few of the services, then I'll be doing a series of videos on these features and hope you find something useful from them.
Okay, so WebBlocker, what is it, how do you use it, and what features have been added since you may have last used it? Well, first and foremost, this is the service you'd use when you want to stop your users getting to certain categories of website. Now, although you can explicitly allow or deny specific websites from within WebBlocker, its primary purpose is to deal with the categories, which we'll see in a moment. So this is the go-to service when you want to keep your users off of known bad websites and in effect having your users' internet experience a safe and happy one in terms of the content that they're allowed to see. What I've got here is the WatchGuard Policy Manager, and I've got a couple of policies already added here for web traffic. Now in here I can configure a vast array of options for just these policies alone. However, what we're all here today for is the WebBlocker option. So if I dive into the configuration of this, I create a new web blocker, and what I'll do is go through a starting block of things that you might want to deny from the word go. Obviously these are subject to personal preference, but it's a start that can be tailored later on. So by default everything is allowed, and we're just turning off categories that we don't want our users being able to access. I'll block out adult material and the security category. Once this is applied, whenever a user attempts to visit a website that is categorized as denied, then they'll be presented with a block page. Nice and simple. Now up here in the top row is an exceptions tab. We'd use this particular area, for example, to allow access to a specific website where the category may be blocked. So if you want a complete news blackout, go ahead and deny news and media. However, if you wanted to let Sky News through, then you could add that particular domain into the exceptions tab. Next to that, along the top, we have an advanced tab. There's not a lot you can do in here except to observe the defaults that WatchGuard have put in there, saying that if your Firebox can't contact the WebBlocker cloud server for its lookup, then deny access to that website. This will usually only occur if you can't connect to your DNS server either locally or out in the cloud. Now if I come back to the category list, there are some improvements. The first is down here in the WebBlocker override. Up until a little while ago, you could enable the override, which would provide a password prompt on the deny page. However, this can now be done at the user group level. So if your box is tied in with Active Directory, maybe the IT group can have this feature enabled, whereas the rest of the company would not see this option. Also in the category list, as explained down the bottom here, is the warn feature. This is a welcome addition to the outright yes or no of visiting a website. So for example, I could select the government category, and instead of outright denying it, it'll prompt the user with a warning message that they must agree to by clicking a box that they understand, and then they're allowed onto the site. So there you have it, WatchGuard WebBlocker in its basic form in under 3 minutes. I hope you found this video useful. If you do have any comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you all next time.